star paintings for the most part.
Oh.
Yeah, I was working something out with my stellar origins. That's all I can say.
Looking for a new book.
We could have some right.
Oh, yeah.
This is a stick.
The
This
star
is a
one.
broomstick.
The star.
What is this?
Sorghum. Sorghum. Broomcorn. Yeah. So that's what my
I'm
stick
going
is.
to send you a new list of people because I want to make sure I have their.
Did you do this material?
Did I do it? No, somebody gave me that.
I told you that today.
What about the blue? So I'll just fabric them out. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. And you're gonna have mounted on a board and frame it or anything like that.
Now, which one say is different?
Now we're all in here.
Art, you said different art.
Well, it's, these are all my star paintings. I was working on something very stellar. Working with these. I'm going to tell you something about this one.
You got a favorite yet? Do you have a favorite yet?
A favorite. No, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something about this one. Oh, thank you. So you see how this is kind of like, it's kind of like flesh and it's kind of like stars. When I was working on this little section, the night sky opened up in my awareness through the painting. So it was like, oh my God, that was just, I mean, I don't know if you're grasping what I'm saying. Say you're looking at a two-dimensional thing, right? And you're painting along, and suddenly the sky is there through the two-dimensional thing. I mean, that was like shocking.
And those are the stars?
Yeah. So there was something going on with me when I was doing these paintings. I was very aware of stellar energies. And I was doing some studying too of things like that. You know, our origins, our DNA origins. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that.
What about the other one?
You know, a lot of these were towards the end, towards like 2000, 2001. And what I was trying to work out at the end, as it turns out, instead of, you know, as a painter, you've got all this stuff going on and it's coming through your arm, you know, and through your hand. But what happened when I went into dance was that the infusion started coming through my whole body instead. And that was actually kind of dangerous, because as a painter, you know, you're there in your room, you're there in your little studio, you're by yourself, you're working your stuff out. You know, this is like your private, deep down muck of your stuff. You don't want anybody looking at that. You don't want anybody, you know, involved in that process. And so, as a dancer, sometimes I would get out there and things would start to happen because I had this, you know, process that would happen with me. I would be trying to heal myself, and that was really dangerous. I mean, things would happen. I would get activated and I would do stuff. On the street was the worst. I would get like really activated. I would start to like go after people and do stuff, and I never knew what I would do. One time I shape-shifted on stage. I mean, that was a little disconcerting.
Did what?
I shape-shifted.
What's
My
that?
form shifted on stage.
What's that look like?
Well, you have to ask the people who saw it. I didn't see it. I was just in it. That was at the Murphy's Hotel. Or not the hotel, at the Murphy's Playhouse.
Oh, bar.
And, yeah, the Black Bar. And, yeah, I took the audience on a trip. I put them in a trance.
Really?
And when I was done, my friend who was in the audience kept hearing people say, "Why do I feel like I just woke up?" Because I went into my stuff, you know, and I just took them all along with me. So, I haven't told very many people that.
Nobody have a picture?
No, you know what? There was a lady videotaping. That was at a belly dance festival that a friend of mine
glanced
went
at
on
it quickly
in Murphy's.
yesterday.
And there was a lady supposed to be videotaping all of us.
It's a lot to
She
see.
didn't like my face or something. She did not videotape that. And this was one of my frustrations with being a dancer, is that you absolutely need the feedback. You simply need the feedback, all of it, you know, from the start to the behind the scenes to the finish, so you can see what you're doing, you know? So that was a milestone performance for me, and I don't have a record of it. And so dancing was a lot of frustration. Yeah. So anyway, that's my art.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so
for
much.
sharing.
Thank you, Justin.
You're welcome.